Welcome back. I'm your host, Leslie Cottle, and you are listening to This Empowered Life podcast, the podcast delivering tools, knowledge, and wisdom to empower the soul. Today's episode is called How to Manifest Quicker. If you've ever wanted to become the ultimate magnet to your desires, keep listening to hear about how to remove resistance between where you are and where you want to be. Hello. So, manifesting. I have always loved manifesting and been so very attracted to manifesting ever since I read the book, The Secret. And yes, I know everyone says that, but it's true. It was one of the first mainstream books that came out. So yeah, that was one of my first introductions to manifesting. And now I'm a big fan of Sarah Prout and Catherine from Manifestation Babe. I love their work. I think they're really incredible humans. And manifesting is just so fun to do and so fun to think about. So today I wanted to talk about not just manifesting and what manifesting is, but how to manifest even quicker. So the thing about manifesting is that it's not always logical. And we're humans, most of us have been taught to be very logical. Being logical is what is safe. So part of manifesting and learning how to manifest quicker is also about learning how to receive illogical things on illogical timelines. So some people might call it almost like unreasonable. We have to be available for unreasonable things to happen. And whether you call that magic or manifesting or the will of God, whatever it is to you, we have to be available for these miracles, really, to receive them. So before we go any further, I want you to do a gut check with yourself right now. So check in with something that you've been desiring, something you've been manifesting, calling into your space. Bring that thing to mind. And are you available for this thing to arrive immediately? So for me, when I sit down with these questions, I have to be really honest with myself. And sometimes I see that I'm not available for it. And in these moments is where the gems are of where we get to learn how it can manifest quicker. Because if we're not available for it, we have to know what stands in the way. So when we're manifesting, we always want to have goals, and it's really important to set these goals. But one of these goals should also be being undeniably ready to receive what it is. So are you available for this or something better? Are you available for it today? Are you available for it this week? Are you scared in some way about receiving it? Do you think it could happen? Are you available for it to happen? You know, what actually stands in the way of you receiving what you desire? And the answer to these questions is how we manifest so much quicker, so much faster, is by identifying these things first. So we find the answers to what's creating resistance, meaning what is separating us from what it is that we desire. And all of those things in between are all of those reasons or things on why we're not available. Those are the things that we get to heal, that we get to neutralize, whether they're thoughts, beliefs, whatever it is that stands in the way of you receiving what it is that you desire. So to me, it reminds me a lot of how do you get two ends to meet? And energetically speaking, when we think about this, the way that we do this is we get rid of everything that's in the middle, right? So we have to think about that almost like a timeline of time and space of what stands in the way, whether physically, energetically, of us receiving this thing, and how do we eliminate those things one by one by one. So 9 times out of 10, that thing is going to be a thought or a belief that you can either neutralize or shift. And this is important to note because it's just typically a thought or a belief. So that's what we have to neutralize or get rid of in order to receive these things faster. And this is the way that we're going to magnetize ourselves. This is how you are going to magnetize yourself to the things that you desire and manifest even quicker, is by coming emotionally available and clear to receive all of the things that you desire and more. And as we end today's episode, I also want to note this is why it's really important to set attainable goals. I love having the hairy, scary goals, and they're really fun to make. But if they're too scary, all of those things to make those ends meet is going to take a lot more time. So sometimes we have to start off with smaller goals, more attainable goals, just in the beginning so we can work up to these hairy, scary goals so not so many things stand in the way of us getting what it is that we desire. So happy manifesting, and I hope that you have a great, great day. Tune in Tuesdays for more yummy and soulful episodes. If you love what you're hearing and want to support the podcast, please follow and rate the podcast on Spotify and Apple to help new listeners find us. To find out more about my coaching and healing practice, head over to my website, www.lesliecottle.com. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode.